Welcome back to the Sword of Truth podcast, the chapter-by-chapter reread of the Sword of Truth series with a strategic crap crew on the side! I'm Jade, and I'm here with Nate. And today we will be discussing the tactics of Chapter 51 of Soul of the Fire!
Yes, we will discuss this chapter of yours while I stroke my goatee and look contemplatingly off in the distance.
Contemplative?
Yeah, all that, like dudes do when they're like thinking of some deep shit.
The way you were stroking your goatee was making me think of Jafar.
Yeah, it's just less cool when I do it the manic way that I consider moves when we play D&D or when I play Magic. It's not cool like it looks in the movies.
Oh, when you're doing D&D, it's more like, ooh, and then flipping a lot of pages.
Or, yeah, and freaking the fuck out because we're all about to die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can blame Aaron for that.
And that's Nate's moment of truth.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. On our last episode, Richard and Kaylin arrived at Beatta's dirt.
At her dirt, right.
Her dirt.
Singular dirt.
Dirt. Awing the young Haken sergeant and revealing the true purpose of the stone weapon. And letting Beatta know that her purpose is more than just being a vile, shitty Haken. She's more than that.
Well, he pointed out that it was facing the wrong way.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a siege weapon. It's a weapon of defense. But that's the fucking thread that just pulls the rest of the... So that's the song. That's the thing the Weezer song was about.
The sweater?
Was about the Domini Church. Yeah, the sweater song.
That is such a tragic song.
Just a good sweater destroyed.
Yeah. How tragic would that be if your sweater just started coming undone halfway through your day? It would be so sad.
I mean, imagine how Beatta feels. The whole rug just got pulled out from underneath her.
But it's the beginning.
And she doesn't have a sweater. What the fuck?
It's the beginning of a new world for her.
A new sweaterless world.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be cold, but that's real. This chapter is going to open up with Dalton. We've switched people. Wild. We've never done that in this book. So we're opening up to Dalton reporting the approaching Daharan forces to Bertrand, Chanbor, and Hildemara, also Chanbor.
Now, they know by the time we see their view that it's Richard and Kaylin and co.
They know who it is.
So this is the moment when Dalton looks at the other two and goes, hey, guys, you remember when I mentioned worst possible case scenario?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we avoided the thing we thought was going to cause that, and it fucking happened anyway. We're fucked.
Yeah.
We're fucked.
She's here. Well, the good thing is, Fitch isn't here, and neither is Beatta. And so that was, like, their big worry was that Fitch and Beatta were going to be there, right? And that they were going to start asking questions. She was going to start asking questions to them. But they still have enough bullshit happening here to where she can cause a big fucking problem.
Oh, yeah.
So
they
they're
got
worried.
Stuff going on. Like, just throwing Mother Confessor in the middle of that is going to fuck up a lot of plans, I imagine.
Well, we're trying to make friends with the Order here.
Right.
Got a whole thing happening. You can't come in
Stein
here.
is here.
Yeah.
I'll admit right now, I don't remember if Richard and Stein meet. But so I'm kind of imagining that the second Richard sees that guy, he's going to clock him as Order and fucking kill him.
I don't know that they do.
That's interesting. That would be really cool to have them meet. Or I mean, like, cool, like some shit's going down if those two dudes get together, right?
We'll find out
Okay.
as the book goes. So, Bert is not happy about the incoming 1,000+ soldiers with Richard and Kaylin and everybody on the way. He doesn't think that's good. The Border let them through. He can't really be super pissed about that because just like we were talking about in the last episode, the special Ander forces were also let through, and they were trained to do that. Like, Beatta was trained to let the Ander troops go through. She was also trained that, like, important people can come through. These people weren't posing a threat necessarily. She has no reason to have stopped them. So you can't get pissed at her for just letting them through. That's the standard order, SOP, standard order of procedure, or whatever. Standards of procedure. Something
It could
like
very
that.
well be.
Something
I don't
like
really
that.
know. I think the point of it being, though, that they have people in charge. They've been given instructions. They were just following instructions. That's the way it fucking goes.
Yeah.
And if you're just like, I don't know, why even have people out there then? Have a dude who's really good at throwing hammers hang out on the top of the castle, and anytime he sees anybody, just huck a hammer at the dirge.
Because you have to appear to be to have discretion, right?
Actually, that's a pretty good point. Yeah. Because otherwise, they'll just know that you're hostile. Like, you can't approach Anderith, they'll fucking kill you.
Yeah. So you had to come in from the water.
That's right. Coming from the backside, where we've talked about no dirge.
Yeah, as far as we know, no dirge. Bertrand reacts with anger and panic upon hearing this. He starts throwing shit around the room.
Yeah,
Literally, like, super calm.
He would.
It's wild. Hildemara, on the other hand, stays calm and practical and is trying to, like, okay, logically, what are we supposed to do next? Maybe not throwing the ink pot across the room. That's probably not going to help us. What can we do? Which is interesting that, again, the man in charge is the one that's throwing shit.
Yeah, he's fully freaking out.
You know, everyone says that women can't be in charge because they're too emotional and their periods are going to cause them to, like, start World War III. But none of them are chucking shit.
I mean, that's true. Hildy is keeping her calm here, but also I kind of feel like we know that this is a society where these women are using these men. Like, I know that sounds bad, but like Hildy would not get to her status without being married to the man she's married to.
No, she can't have her own status.
Right. But so that is a built-in kind of, well, I didn't fucking know my husband deals with those affairs kind of excuse that she might have, which might be not necessarily, like, it's nefarious, but not in the way that, like, a woman would pull that. Just like Hildy has other options if shit goes bad, where Bert might not. If he gets found out for what he did, they'll probably just kill his ass.
Yeah, probably. Doing shitty things leads to shitty things.
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that Hildy's going to be any better off.
No.
Just that she believes she might have another plan.
Well, she may have an extra layer of protection, not being the one seen doing the things. But they start discussing stalling tactics to protect their political power. Because at this point, if they start coming in here, all the webs and the tower that they've built of power may come crumbling down. Their plans that they are trying to get in place with the order and the people that they have firmly in grasp may no longer be in grasp. They're trying to control the directors and all of that, and they can't have somebody else coming in here and fucking around.
Do you think they considered just turning off all the lights and not making any noise? And maybe Richard and co. would decide that they're not there and just leave?
We're not home. So they just yell out from, nobody's home.
Right. I don't know why that's so stupid funny to me. They're just like, who do you need to find? And they're like, we're trying to find a guy named Bert. Oh, he's not here. Sorry. And then just like closing a wooden window that you know damn well they can still hear you through.
Isn't that his cart and horse and like all of his servants? Pretty sure he's here.
Oh, that would be a dead giveaway. They're still preparing food. Like, then who's all this for? Hey, you're fucking lying to me.
Fucking liars. They do mention that Richard is formidable and not to be fucked with. So, like,
he's a big guy.
Yeah. Well, that and also, like, he's Lord Rawl now at this point. So, like, saying no to him, it's just not a good idea. So, if we start stirring up shit, we're going to have half the Midlands on our ass. So, we got to be careful.
He comes with a lot of extra baggage with him.
Yes.
Like, it's not just telling him off, you're telling the entire empire off.
Yes. And he's clever and can talk around you, but they talk about the other lands that have already surrendered or been flattened, which make Richard stronger. So they're just kind of like talking about how you don't really want to just be, fuck you, leave. We're going with the order. They have to thread the needle carefully at this point because the Midlands are also a formidable force and they're still in the Midlands.
I mean, yeah, they are kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. I mean, we know what the order is like, and we know that Richard, even though he's the good guy, has some pretty shitty demands.
Right.
Not only that, Stein is currently in Anderith, and now Richard is in Anderith. So it's not like these people can escape having to make some sort of decision.
Yeah, they have to make a stand.
And they don't have a choice about it. They're stuck. Everything is right there, and everybody is waiting.
Well, and Richard is going to demand an answer at this point. Not only has it been, like you said, like at this point, they should already have given their answer.
Yeah,
right?
that happened in fucking Blood of the Fold, right?
Right.
They should have all given their answers already.
Right. They haven't. On top of that, they're the breadbasket of the Midlands, right? So it's not just like a small, out-of-the-way town that Richard can just ignore and let it be taken over. He's not going to let Anderith be taken by the Order. He's going to demand an answer, and if there's a problem, if you're going to say no, he's probably going to have a fucking problem with that. He's going to be upset and maybe make some moves.
Make some moves, meaning?
With his army against Anderith.
Oh, with 1,000 dudes already inside the gates.
Yes.
Ah.
Who are already past your main defense.
We win.
Yes. Dalton, though, has already started moving Stein's men and others out of sight because they're like, okay, so if he comes in here, like you're saying, and sees the Order, sees Stein in our land, he's going to immediately get his fucking back up and be like, okay, fuck you, we are fighting.
Wait, you're here talking to fucking that guy?
You think that guy's cool?
He's from the Order. They're the fucking bad guys. Well, I mean, okay, that's a little bit funny, but I just also had a flash to what Kaylin says here in a little bit about the Order, and like, it wouldn't be as funny for them at all if they saw Stein.
No, they're bad people.
I mean, Kaylin blames the Order for Ebonicia, which, I mean, she does rightfully so. So, like, in my mind, she holds Stein personally accountable for that shit because he represents the Order.
Yeah, they're all painted with one brush. You're all shit boxes. And you know what we do to shit boxes? Set them on fire.
It's good.
Stein has moved.
I mean, what else are you going to do with a shitbox, really?
Right, exactly. Stein's men have been moved out of sight. Anderith is prepared for Daharan forces to come in, kind of. Like, they weren't expecting them to, but at least they won't be coming in to, like, just immediately brawl over the fact that the Order is in Anderith right now. So the Order's forces are still far away at this point. They're not like the bulk of the Order's forces.
It's just Stein that's in Anderith right now, right?
He has some men.
Some guys.
Him.
Okay.
Yeah. The Dirt will help defend against other Daharan forces, but it's harder now that they already have troops in the walls of the city and behind the Dirt because potentially they could maybe take over the Dirt if they needed to.
1,000 guys is a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
And we know Richard, he can take on 60 dudes by himself? No, he doesn't have the Sword of Truth. So that might be a bit of a disadvantage, but this is not a non-threat here. But
we do also know, I mean, there's Stein's forces here, but we know that the Anderith army itself is not actually that good. Not really
even an army, I guess, by modern definition.
Yeah, they're not really a fighting force. They pretty much depend on that wall to protect them.
It's like if they're toll booth workers, and if you don't pay the toll, then your car and you and everything inside gets disintegrated.
Yeah, but if you get past, then they might come out with pool noodles and try to beat you up.
Maybe not even that fucking visual is hilarious. But I just if you get out of the car, then they just lock up their little box and you just can't get at them.
See, that's
they're not fighters, I guess is the point.
Yes, I guess all my thing is that you could get in and probably beat them all up pretty easy. You probably have a tire iron in your car.
These people don't train like we think the army trains.
Yeah, they're gonna come at you with a pool noodle, and you're gonna pull out your fucking whapping stick and get it done. Or Richard's people will, because they're Daharan fucking soldiers. If they had to slaughter these people, is what I'm saying. They probably fucking could.
Yeah, they don't have pool noodles.
No.
No.
Bert calms at this point. He just chills the fuck out. And he's like, hey, we're just going to be real cool until the order gets here.
That's right. We're all going to be 1,000 little Elvis Presleys. Just super fucking cool.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't want to rip it right from the movie, but he says Fonzies, and then I was thinking about like 1,000 jukeboxes and how crazy that would be with them all playing at the same time. And also probably horrible because there's no way to sync it up perfectly.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
That'd probably be worse than the dirge.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's what the dirge sounds like.
Maybe it is. Although I think that we found out it sounds more like a bicycle bell.
Yeah, that's right. We heard actual tape, or at least that's what our source says.
Yeah. Conveniently, there is a mini break in the chapter because we are switching from one character to another.
Oh.
But before I let you find out who those other characters are, I'm going to go and drink. Ha ha ha. We'll be back soon. Hey, Nate, what are we drinking today?
Today we are having a favorite drink of mine. Actually a variant on a favorite drink of mine.
Ooh.
People who listened to the last episode would know that our stock was getting dangerously low.
Mm-hmm.
And since we're recording this on the same day, that means now we're out.
Just keep pulling back that curtain
of
for them.
beer. Yeah, just a little bit. So what we do have, I've mixed up a little drink. It's a very simple drink. It's just a little bit of Jim Beam pineapple and Sprite. But I thought it would be appropriate to do this because summer's over, man. Fall has started. Or like not officially, but it's starting to get cold here in Michigan. So, and I thought with the seasons changing, I would finish off my summer bottle of whiskey. And then I don't know. I'll probably have to pick up some Red Stag or something to mix with for the fall, for the colder months. But yeah, I like this very much. It's also not neat. So this isn't strictly a rating type thing because I will give this a 10.
Wow.
Every time.
That's crazy.
As crazy as me just spilling a little on my
You love
shirt.
it so much that you're going to share it with your clothes.
I just want to drink it as fast as I can.
If I pour it on my belly, will it be in there?
Can I just pour it right in?
That's wild. I'll give it like an 8. It's pretty good.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. But it's not bitter at all. Of course, we're mixing it with Sprite. That is a mixer. So it's not like a one-for-one comparison, really.
I feel like you can get drunk real fast.
Yeah, well, it's whiskey.
Well, yeah, and you just... it's dangerous. Like, I can have 1 on a weeknight, but then it all of a sudden is like 4 on a weeknight. And I'm like, oh, shit.
That's fair.
I have work tomorrow.
There's nothing bitter in it at all to like, hey, man, remember, this is alcohol.
Yeah. Hey, man, take it easy.
Hey, man, it's Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to give it an 8 out of 10. Because
Okay.
I feel like if it's that good, you got to be careful. So you got to give it a couple extra notches down on the rating. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, there's like an actual mechanism that I use.
In front of you, this
for my
invisible
raising.
contraption.
Yeah.
I'm
surprised you haven't seen it before. You know what? We'll after we're done, you can come over here and you can mess with it.
Okay.
But we're going to have to get back to the episode right now, and we'll do that later. And we're back. That's so cool. So, Richard and Kaylin are actually the characters that we're rejoining. I don't know if you knew that. If you read the book, like right before, like if you read this chapter, you would have. But
always read the chapter for book club.
Mm.
It is like the only rule we have
It's
here.
like the one rule, but like it's not very strongly enforced. And I don't think you might have not once or twice.
No, I always read the chapter. I might read it like moments before we hit record, but I do the work.
Okay. Well, Richard and Kaylin are also doing work. They're leading their troops in a long, organized column towards the estate of the minister. Richard notes that there is a raven circling above them and cacoing.
Do you know that
away.
ravens remember faces for like their whole lives?
I know that ravens do a bunch of cool shit. Also, crows
Ravens are
do.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
if you're a dick to a raven, that raven will remember what you look like, and then it'll fly around and tell all the other ravens that you're also a dick. And so then anytime you see a raven anywhere, if you were ever a dick to one, it could know your face and know that you're an asshole.
And thus the faces of your offspring. And so for generations, your family will have an enemy of the raven. That's the only thing about this raven. But he also is evaluating the terrain and tactical positioning of where they might want to be. He's preferring open ground for flexibility rather than being boxed in. He wants their people to see what's coming for them. So he's
That's fair.
Wherever,
Smart.
Yeah, wherever we're going to be positioned, we need to be able to see shit from all sides. Dew did slow them down on the way here because she does not like riding on horses, and she started to use Richard's own self against him. She was like, listen, the baby could be hurt riding on a horse. And Richard doesn't know shit about babies, so he was like, that could be right. And I guess it's my fault that you have the baby. So yes, okay, cool. You don't have to ride on the horse anymore. Which I just thought it was funny because she knew that that would be the one thing that would get him to shut the fuck up about her riding on the horse. You said I had to have the baby? Now I can't ride on horses.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
Guess what? You don't get to boss me around anymore.
This is
Get
your
on
fault.
this fucking horse.
Your fucking fault.
Still, it's weird she elected to walk.
She doesn't like horses. They freak her out.
I mean, I get that, but man, still walking, that would tire you out.
Mm-hmm.
Richard, new plan. You're carrying me, bud.
I am your wife.
You put me in this condition, and right now my condition is my feet hurt. So, fucking lift.
But she also did not leave when she said she was going to. Like, we were told Dew was going to go back to her people once they met up with the rest of the Daharan forces, once Richard was for sure safe. And once that happened, she was like, actually, no, I'm still staying with you. So that's why Dew is still hanging out around them, because she was supposed to go back, but she did not.
She's a little bit like the Mord Sith in that way. Like, yeah, you can tell me what to do, but I'm just going to do what I'm going to do at the end of the day anyways. I'm here. I'm your wife. Fucking deal with it.
Who are you to tell me what to do? I don't care if you're my husband or the Karen or whatever. Like, equals, bud. I get to make choices. So do you. Cool. Same page. And Kaylin, at this point, is also soups cool with Dew. Because as far as she's concerned, Dew saved Richard.
So it's all good there.
We want to keep her around. Apparently, she might come in fucking handy.
It even seems like Kaylin's gotten to the point where Dew saying that she's Richard's wife doesn't really even bother her because she understands it's not in the same way like she's a wife.
I think so. I think
more of a title.
Yeah, and I think it's starting to become one of those like Mord Sith needling things. Like Kaylin knows it bothers Richard, so she thinks it's kind of funny sometimes. I think it's one of those like, I know they don't mean it that way. You know they don't mean it that way. So the fact that it pisses you off is stupid and funny.
Yeah, Kaylin cannot be bothered about it because it bothers Richard about it so much.
Yeah. Yeah. It pisses you the fuck off. So it's funny now. Richard does not believe that Dew saved him, by the way. He thinks it was just like the Chimes tried and they didn't get him. It had nothing to do with Dew. Dew doesn't get credit for that in any way, shape, or form.
I wonder how he would even know.
No, I don't think we get any reason for that. And it's also a little bit silly because it kind of seemed like the narrative in the book confirmed it by way of he fell off horse, she felt magic, she felt that his soul was leaving, and like helped him come back. Like it seemed pretty clear cut in the book that had Dew not intervened there, Richard might have been lost.
It just seems weird that Richard's like, yeah, I don't think that she helped. When it's like, well, nobody else did anything. So if anything, Dew did.
Also, the whole thing is kind of weird, and I guess we didn't really talk about that too much, is that we know that that was the Chimes. That was a reaction of the Chimes to what Zed did. somehow they were able to get into Richard's brain and try to take him. It's almost like Zed did that, and then in doing so, confirmed for them that that's not who they wanted. They wanted Richard. Somehow they had access to his soul in that moment and were able to tug on it. And then, because of due, potentially, it let go. I don't know. That whole thing is a weird thing that happened based on what we know about the chimes as well, because they aren't internal. They're external beings. So him being attacked in his brain, that's a weird thing. But that's going back chapters, and we are here in this chapter. And in this chapter, Rowley, a representative, comes and meets Richard and Kaylin and offers the estate grounds for the troops. He's like, you guys can come move in the backyard of the minister if you want. You could be right fucking here.
Sounds like a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah, you're going to be real close to all the action. The kitchen's right there, bathroom's out back. It's great. Richard, at this point, decides he's going to balance being a courteous guest with being cautious and not just going all in. He is going to act like this place is a hostile place until he knows it's fucking not. So he wants his men in a defensive position. He doesn't really want to be in the estate. He wants to be out where they kind of are standing now, open field, and they're not directly under the eye of the estate.
Yeah, I think it just kind of was like he wants to stay outside the walls, so he's not trapped in.
Yes.
He can't be surrounded that way.
The agreement is made that even though they're not going to come stay on the estate grounds, they're going to come have dinner with the minister, and it's going to be kept short and practical because they fucking walked a long way. So we're
They're
going to have
tired.
a nice...
Fuck that.
Yeah, we're going to have
Let's
a nice,
go in early.
quick state dinner, and then we'll go to bed. Rowley takes that. He's like, cool, awesome. I'm going to go tell my bosses. We'll meet up later. Richard at this point is just kind of hanging out with Dew and Kaylin and is prompted by Dew to take a bath because he's stanky. And he thinks that she is actually also trying to rile up Kaylin in retaliation for being made to ride on horses during the journey.
Which is a little fucking funny.
Yeah, it is. Because he knows that she knows that Kaylin getting pissed off is going to piss off Richard. So it's this whole little like petty game that we're all playing. Kaylin observes this and starts poking at him as well about how he's always hanging out with women in water. What's his fucking deal with women in water? And it's all fun and games until he grabs Dew and says, okay, fine. Come with me. We'll go to the water. Sounds like a great time. You can come get bathed too. And then she's like, no, actually, I don't want to go by the water. I don't want to go anywhere near the fucking water.
So it's funny in concept, not in practice. He's like, yeah, let's get in the water together. And she's like, nah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Especially with everything going on.
Yeah. And he knows that she's not going to actually think that's funny. And it is funny. It's a funny joke, but also like, we were all just kind of lightly ribbing you. And then you're like, oh, the thing that you're mortally terrified of? You want to go do that? Is this fun? Is this fun?
It's all fun and games until you start triggering people's actual fears. And it's not really funny anymore.
Yeah. He's not actually scared of Kaylin thinking that he's cheating on her. So like,
right.
What was the harm in them poking fun at you for bathing with women? But you're going to be all like, oh, you want to die in the water, Dew? Oh, fuck. Okay. I guess we're just going to have some stew and go to sleep. But yeah, that's the way that the chapters end. Is Dew being fully not willing to go near the water because she's not okay with the risk of drowning.
Well, yeah, I guess I can't blame her. The last thing we heard really about water, other than Zed walking on top of it, was that people were randomly getting pulled into the fountains in town. So if I was aware of that, I would also be freaked out by water. Fuck that.
Yeah.
And I love the water.
No, I'm good. I'm good at this point in the story. We can just stay away from water. We can all be real smelly. It's fine.
I honestly can't even fucking imagine that. Like, I know drowning is horrible. I've known people who have drowned. It's terrible and it's very scary. But also, like, going to go be by big water, even not even big water, even the lake we were at this summer is just pretty small. Just standing outside, is like my fucking if I could just vibe as a human being, it would be right there. That's my spot, man. I couldn't imagine being stressed out by that.
Well, good. That's the end goal in life, and to not have the chime steal that away from you, right?
Yes, also that.
Well, that's our truth, and we would love to hear yours.
Hell yeah.
Write to us in your journey books to podcastatt@gmail.com or find us on any of our social medias.
Glug, glug, glug.
If you would like to support this podcast and hear some more exclusive content, find us over on patreon.com/podcastatt.
ATT!
Where every tier is a happy tier.
That's right.
Thank you all for listening. That's all for us, friends.
We'll see you real soon.